Hello everyone, welcome back to the online classes arranged by St.Joseph's Academy, Nagar, Ghaziabad. This video is for class 1. In this video, we will study environmental studies, and today we are going to revise our 4th chapter, which is water, a necessity. So let's start your revision with me. Your environmental studies teacher, Miss Anshika Michael. Dear children, in this chapter we have studied that water is very necessary for us. What is the need of water? Why do we need water? How should we use water? And how can we save water from wastage? So these are the points we will study about in this chapter. Before starting the chapter, I want to ask you something. Look at the picture carefully. What do you see in this picture? Yes, the tap is on and the water in bucket is full. Now, this is the second picture. In this picture, what do you see? Yes, the bucket is full of water. The water is overflowed, but the tap is still on. So, I want to ask you, which is the correct picture? Either the bucket is full or the bucket is overflowed. Yes. First picture. First picture shows water should not be wasted. That is why it is correct picture. And the second picture is not correct because we should not waste water. That is why this picture is totally wrong. Understanding this, let's move to our chapter. All living beings need water to stay alive. Most of the earth is covered with water. Dear children, all the living beings who lives on earth need water to stay alive. Water is the only thing which can keep us all living beings alive. See, in this picture, what do we see? We see sheep, cow, elephant, lion, tiger, monkey, bee, flower, pigeon, plants, insects, fish, and also our earth covered with water. All the living beings means all the animals, birds, plants, insects, even a tiny small insect needs water to stay alive on this earth. Most of the earth is covered with water. As you can see in the picture, we all live on earth, and the most of the part of earth is covered with water. The main source of water on earth is rain. As we studied in our last slide, that our earth is covered with water. Where does this water comes from? This water comes by rain. Rain is the main source of water on earth. See, in this picture we can see that rain is coming and a hand is collecting the water. Taking the hand as an example, you can assume it as earth. All the rain drops falls on earth remains there and it collects on earth. When raindrops falls on earth, rainwater fills oceans. The water fall on earth creates oceans, lakes, rivers and seas. All the oceans, lakes, rivers and seas you see on earth are created by rainwater. This is all rainwater. Now, some of the rainwater goes under the ground and collects as underground water. Now, to understand this, we need to see the picture. See, this is the picture given. On our right side of the picture, we can see the ocean and the rays going upward to sun. We can see the vapor from water. When sunlight falls on ocean, it converts into vapor. These vapor creates clouds. How does cloud form? The vapor creates by ocean creates cloud. Then clouds start raining, and when rain starts, it fall into the ground, lakes, rivers and seas. It again goes to ocean. Again, with the help of sunlight, ocean water becomes vapor, and this vapor creates cloud. And when clouds are heavy, they start raining, and rainwater fills oceans and lakes again. So this is the water cycle. This is the cycle of nature. So what is underground water? The rainwater which goes under the ground and collects. It is called underground water. Now, what is the use of water in our daily life? Dear children, we need water to stay alive, to do our day-to-day life's work. What are these works? First of all, we need water for many activities. For example, bathing, drinking, cooking, washing, and to put out the fire. These are our day-to-day life's activity. All these works we do in our daily life. We should drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water every day. Now, drinking water is very necessary. Bathing, cooking, washing and putting out the fire, these are the works we do only once or twice in a day. But drinking the water should be at least 6 to 8 times every day. It means we need to drink water at least 6 to 8 glasses every day. And the water we drink should be clean. It should be filtered properly. Otherwise, if we will drink unclean water, it can make us fall ill. Now, dear children, we should not waste water. Rather than, we should store the water. How can we store the water? For this, we have some ways. Let's discuss about these. Water can be stored in many ways, like in tank, water tank. Most of the people nowadays have submersible in their houses. We don't switch on submersibles when we need to bath or do our day-to-day household activities. What we do for that? We used to store our water in water tank. We fill it once or twice a day and then we use it again and again for our works like bathing, cooking, isn't it? So this is the first way. Then next is bucket. When we take bath, we should use bucket water instead rather than shower. We should not use shower bath because when we take shower bath, we don't know how much quantity of water we are using to bath. So, take a bucket full of water and then have a bath. You can store water in bucket like this. Then third one is bottles. Dear children, in summers, when the season is hot, when the weather is hot, we need to drink cold water. So how can we use cold water? We need to store it in fridge. So how can you keep water in fridge? You will fill the bottles and then the bottle should be kept in fridge only. So we store our water in bottles also. Then fourth one is glass. Yes, when you pour water into glass and drink it, you don't use water tank, bucket or bottles to drink the water directly. You need a glass. So we can store our water in glass also. Now let's move to next topic. Our next topic is water is precious. Yes, water is very precious. And the whole chapter is about water. How can we save it? Water is precious and should not be wasted. As water is very precious, it should not be wasted. Once it will be finished, then what will we do? As nobody can survive on earth without water. For this, we need to take some steps, some major steps. And what are these? Always close the tap after use. When you don't use tap, it should be closed. When we were starting our chapter, we saw a picture, no? The bucket is overflowed and the tap is still on. So that is the wastage of water. Always close the tap before or after use. Okay? Next is keep the tap closed while brushing your teeth. When you are brushing your teeth, then please keep the tap closed. Otherwise, the water will be wasted. If you will not close the tap while brushing, it will be wasted. Do not throw waste in water bodies. Water bodies means lakes, rivers, ponds, oceans. These are called water bodies. We should not throw waste in water bodies. We should not make them dirty. On the beaches, we found plastic bottles, cloths, and many more dirty things. And those all goes to ocean and seas. So this makes them dirty. And the living beings, fishes and all the members who are in ocean and seas get affected by them. So this is very important to understand that we should not throw waste in water bodies. Then take a bucket bath instead of a shower. As I told you before, use bucket bath, not a shower. Because when we use shower to bath, we don't know how much quantity of water we have used, and this causes wastage of water. So use bucket bath instead of a shower. Then next topic is reuse of water. To save the water, we need to take some major steps. And for this, we should learn how can we reuse water. And here are some examples. Firstly, water can be reused and we can help to save it. We can reuse water used for washing vegetables to water plants. Dear children, when your mother wash vegetables, the water is dirty, it is not drinkable. But other works we can do with this. We can water that plants. We can use that water to water the plants and it will not be wasted. Then second one is the water left in your water bottles can be used to water plants. Dear children, when you go home from school, you fill your water bottles with water and then you know that you will have water at home. So what you do? You throw that water on road and it is all wasted. So please remember, when you have water in your water bottles, you can water roadside plants or your household plants. Next is rainwater can be collected in buckets. It can be used to mop the floor. When you clean your house, when you mop the floor, it is not necessary to take fresh water every time. You can collect rainwater in buckets, then you can use that to mop the floor. Then doing this, rainwater can be reused by this. So these were some major steps we can take to reuse water and save water by wasting. So this was our chapter. I hope you have listened to me carefully. Now let's move to the homework. At home, you have to read this chapter and try to recall the things I taught you. By this, you will learn the things I taught you in this chapter. Dear children, this was our explanation of this chapter. We will meet again soon with this chapter's exercise. In our next video, we will revise its exercise. Till then, you please take a good care of yourselves and study well. And if there is still any confusion regarding any topic of this chapter, you can ask me in our online classes. Okay, dear children, this is all. Thank you.